Okay, so let's solve this problem. So to solve for x and y from this given, so first, since this one is a right triangle, then using the Pythagorean theorem, and this is the hypotenuse, so we have 20 squared in equals the x squared plus y squared. Then to simplify, so this 20 squared is equal to 400, then equals x squared plus y squared. So this will be our equation number 1. Then to find the equation number 2 using the area of this triangle and the area of a right triangle, so we have 1/2 times the base times the height. So we have the area, since the base is x and the height is y, so we have x and y over 2. Then substitute now the value for this area. So we have this 96 equals x and y over 2. Then using the cross multiplication, so 96 times 2, this is 192, then equals x times y. Then we can isolate one variable. So if we want to isolate x, so divide both sides by y. So we have now x equals 192 over y, and this is now the equation number 2. Then combining these two equations, so using the substitution method, so from this equation number 1, so 400 equals, and this x squared, so we need to substitute the value of x using this equation. So this x squared becomes 192 over y quantity to the power 2. Then bring down this y to the power 2. Then to simplify, so this 192 to the power 2 and y to the power 2. So this is equal to 36,864 over y to the power 2 plus y to the power 2. Then to simplify, so multiply this whole equation by y to the power 2, then distribute. So this is equal to 400y to the power 2. To this term, distribute, so cancel y squared. And this becomes 36,864. Then distribute to this term, so this is y to the power 4. Then equate this equation to 0. So we have y to the power 4, then transpose this 400y squared to the other side. So this becomes negative 400y to the power 2. Then bring down positive 36,864. Then equals 0. Then observe from this equation, so we can consider this equation as a quadratic equation. So we can solve this using the quadratic formula, where a is equal to 1 and b is negative 400 and c is 36,864. And using this quadratic formula, so substitute now the values for a, b, and c. So we have y to the power 2 because the variable is y, and this is to the power 4. So divide this one by 2, so we have y to the power 2. Then we have b, and b is negative 400. b to the power 2 times a is 1. C is 36,864. Then to simplify, so this double negative, so we have positive, and this negative 400 to the power 2 minus 4 times 1 times 36,864. So we have negative 400, then to the power 2, then minus 4 times 1 times 36,864 then equals, so we have 12,544 then over 2. Then to simplify, so the square root of 12,544. So we have the square root of 12,544. That's 112. Then we can separate now this plus and minus. So we have y equals 400 plus 112 over 2. Then the other one, y squared equals 400 minus 112 over 2. Then this 400 minus 12 divide by 2. So we have 400 plus 112 equals, then divide by 2. That's 256. Then to solve for y, so take the square root. So we have the square root of 256 then equals, so y equals 16. Then from the other value, so this 400 minus 112 divide by 2. So this 400 minus 112 equals, then divide by 2. That's 114. So y squared equals 114. Then take the square root. So we have y equals 12 because the square root of 144 is 12. Then observe that from these two values, so comparing these two values, since from the given x is shorter than y, so therefore this 12 is for x and this 16 is for y. So we have x equals 12 and y is equal to 16.